Still today, the singular style of St. Basil makes it a unique monument in history. Despite this singularity, we find all the symbols of the Orthodox religion here. Iconostases are monumental works that physically separate the altar where priests serve the faithful.
In Orthodox tradition, the altar must be hidden just as the Temple of Jerusalem was hidden in the Old Testament. It is a sacred place, and only the first priest should have access to it. For the altar is the place of the sacred ceremony of the Eucharist, where bread and wine are converted into the flesh and blood of Christ. To preserve its sacred dimension, this ceremony should not be seen by the uninitiated.
This way of celebrating the Eucharist existed at the origins of the Christian Church. Only the Orthodox have kept it. For them, the iconostasis is a passage through which the faithful can contemplate eternal life. The icons are not simple pious images representing Christ or the saints. They are revered as if they were the saint himself. And miraculous powers are often attributed to them. For nearly 30 years, Irina Alexeyevna Chugraeva has worked to restore St. Basil's icons to keep this heritage alive.
This icon was almost destroyed. As it's a very old icon, it required a thorough restoration and needs regular monitoring and care. We noticed that the winter cold had damaged some areas, so we applied special bandages that I am removing. The layer of paint can be saved thanks to this process.
Most of the restoration of St. Basil's icons takes place in a workshop located in an annex building. To bring out the divine in its wooden base, the restorers rely on the work of the great icon painters. If the painting's realism is based on the traditional perspective, in the icons, it's the contrary. The lines of flight move away to show spirituality and make visible the inner light of the holy figures.
I'm restoring an icon of St. Nicholas. In this photo, we see that it used to be tarnished and oxidized, and the colors had faded. You see there? There are areas where the plaster is gone. Here I'm working on the colors. I'm filling in the white parts where the colors were missing to get closer to its original aspect, so that it can be exhibited again in the museum.
The main mission of the iconographer is to enter the universe of the icon, to understand in what style, how it was made, and to feel its predestination. There are no trivial details. The most important thing is to dissolve the author's gesture, so that our intervention is not perceptible.
The exceptional collection of St. Basil's Museum contains more than 800 objects, including icons dating from the 16th century. Every year, more than 400,000 tourists come from all over the world. In the afternoon, they respectfully walk the corridors and the small chapels, rich in the fascinating history of this country.